What's good, neighborhood? It is now officially Warframe Wednesday, which means now we actually have a reason to get back on this game. But anyways, I hope y'all have been having yourselves a fantastic day so far. We've got plenty to talk about ahead. Actually, we got plenty to talk about. We got plenty to showcase here. We are on the letter Q for our Warframe Alphabet Challenge, which means we only have one Warframe that we're actually going to be working with today. That being Big Rocky Boy that you see on the lower screen right down there right now, whom you will also be seeing on the main screen in just a second. That being Quorvex, one of the newer Warframes to be added to the roster. But with all that out of the way, oh man, oh man. Today has been a pretty busy day, but pretty productive day. I'm actually looking at being even more productive and, bringing a few things back for the channel that I've been wanting to get back into, and I'm sure y'all have probably been wanting to see for quite some time. We can discuss that as we actually go through and get in some game time. Speaking of game time, that's exactly what time it is. And if you're here to check out Quorvex, then y'all know what to do. Make yourselves comfy, pull up a chair, and kick up your feet. Just remember to leave your shoes at the front door so we don't get any footprints on the tile, the carpet, or the furniture. And with all that out of the way, let's get right into the action. So, for the past little bit, while I was actually trying to work up a few things for the channel, I was also looking up some ideas for different builds for Quorvex, since I haven't quite really gotten into using him much. That changes today. So yeah, Quorvex's basic kit, from what I've played of it thus far, it seems to work out alright. But what I have noticed, and what I noticed from as I was also going through and looking up the different builds, is that a lot of people seem to want to go ahead and get rid of his second ability, that containment wall. I'm not entirely sure why. However, the plan is to basically, follow that up. We'll do something about his containment wall. Switch it to something that might assist in. We'll switch it to something that might assist in really personalizing his gameplay a bit more. Oh, what up, Jagos? I see you. Oh, nice. Yeah, Twitch being Twitch. Yeah, sounds like business as usual. I wonder what did they do to Voban? nah, nah. No, this is not Voban. This is a completely this is a different beast. Okay, what? Oh, I need to feed Audrey. I need to feed Audrey a lot. Missile pods, that should work. Okay, our Crux capacitors. Yeah, I'll feed you 10 of those. Feed you 5 of those detonite ampules. And then we'll go here. Nanospores, mutagen samples. Lamentus. You can take a few of those. that, and then here with the pheromones, anti-serum injectors. That's better. Alright, we will infuse over containment wall. Confirm. We'll put that into config B. Confirm. Confirm there. Yeah, Warframe is definitely one of those games where the experience is going to be better for you if you are doing so hardwired. Alright, so I want Molt Augmented, obviously. Oh, I actually do have Molt Efficiency. That can work, somewhat. Ate all the hog maws. Ate all the collard greens. Ate all the pig feet. Okay, but real talk though. Guys. Firstly, I think I found at least one game that I wanted to pick up between here and City of the Wolves. All right, City of the Wolves is a definite, but I did find at least one game that's going to be coming out between now and next year that I actually may want to pick up. That being Gundam Breaker 4. Now look, y'all know my extreme disappointment. My absolute consternation with new Gundam Breaker, right? From what I have seen so far, especially with the release trailer for it that just came out today, it looks like a lot of my issues with new Gundam Breaker have been resolved for GB4. A lot of the gameplay from the looks of it, between, just the overall speed, the evade and jump canceling, it looks like they actually cleaned up their act. All that remains now is figuring out whether or not the special moves are locked to parts. Because that was one of the other big complaints I had with new Gundam Breaker. Because in Gundam Breaker 3, once you in Gundam Breaker 3, the special moves are native to certain parts, right? But once you master them, you can equip them freely. Really customize your kits, right? You can come up with some wild shit. In new Gundam Breaker, the special moves were locked to parts. Thus, your customization was severely limited because if you were trying to go for something, if you were trying to go for a particular visual element with your suits, you could do that, but then depending on what special moves were equipped to them, if any, you were stuck. Why would they make that type of design decision? Who knows? But needless to say, the game did suffer for it. New Gundam Breaker was rightly dustbinned. Oh, people in 3 had way more variety. And this is even considering the fact that the roster of suits available in new Gundam Breaker was actually larger than the suits available back in 3, even with the Break Edition. So, Gundam Breaker 4 is already getting off on the right foot here. Now, there's two things. There's two things to consider here. One, I'm very likely not going to be pre-ordering it, which means literally August 29th. August 29th, I'm basically going to make the purchase release day. That the plan is to either make the purchase release day, or if I'm able to somehow get in touch with Bandai Namco, see if I can get a review code so that way I can stream it. But otherwise, if I have to pay for it out of my own pocket, the number one, I'm not pre-ordering, and number two, I'm buying physical. So there's that. There's both of those. I'm buying physical, and I'm very likely going to be picking it up on the PS5 because I do not have a Nintendo Switch. There's that. But yeah, Gundam Breaker 4 looks like the next one that I am definitely going to be hopping on and, playing through as much as I can and reviewing for you guys. And, I'm going to handle it just like I did with Megaton Musashi, just like I'm doing with Stellar Blade. I'm going to give y'all the straight dope. No matter what my hype may be for it, I'm going to give it to y'all straight. You're going to watch me play through it. Anything that comes up during the game, you'll see it live. You'll get my honest reactions to it. And then, we'll review it. We'll rank it from there. We'll talk about value proposition. We'll talk about the content, audio, visual, the whole works. So, expect a full review of Gundam Breaker 4 once we hit credits after I pick up the game. Release date is August 29th. So mark your calendars. Now, aside from that, as I mentioned on Twitter, I've also been going through and doing a little bit of restocking in regards to my collection of classic games via emulators, because yo ho ho, I ain't paying fucking aftermarket prices to try and get my hands on another copy of Onimusha 4 only to have to pay rent on it, damn near. Ooh, thank you for that reminder. I will try and update the Discord links. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In fact, let me see what's up here. Invite people. Copy that. Give me a second. No, not editing the broadcast. I need to edit the panels. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to update the Games and Gear segment as well. You know what? Screw it. I'll just post the Discord link. Wait a minute. That's right. I have to deal with it through Nightbot. That's right. That's right. So you know what? How about this? I'll take care of that later. Good shit. Sounds like things are starting to work out. Alright, here we go. So, I want to do something about... I want to do something about range. What are we looking at as far as range goes? Well, foisting's first. Equilibrium there, as always, because equilibrium is nice. Okay, we want to strip armor and shield, so I guess we can work with corrosive projection. That's not going to give us very much, so we might need to change that out. Let's see. Prime flow is definitely going to... Whoop! Giggity! Yo, I will take the 69 streak. Appreciate the resub, Mo. It's great to see you. Okay, overextended. That's the one we're looking for. Oh no, overextended's great, but I also need to make sure that I am modding for power strength as well. Okay, let's try this. STRE strength. Intensify for 30%. Umbral Intensify for 44. Archon 24/5. Transient Fortitude. And Blind Rage. You know what? I think Transient Fortitude is the way I want to go here. We'll stack Augur Secrets here. You know what? I think we'll do Precision Intensify for the 4. Right? Would that be a good idea? Boom, Power Drift there. And what's good to go there? Primed Vigor for the extra shield capacity. What do I want to do for this one? Oh, Mayhem Brawler? Okay, definitely one to keep an eye on. Uh, but yeah, as I was going to mention earlier, though, uh, I'm going through basically trying to redo my collection of retro and classic games so that way I can start streaming those on the channel again as well. Especially, considering certain recent events that your favorite rookie's gotten himself caught up in. I would definitely like to eventually do a Chrono Plays Chrono Trigger stream because that sounds like it would be a hell of a lot of fun, especially once that first episode comes out and we've got more people with eyes on the project. Then they'll see what happens to me during chapter 1 and then they'll come in and you know they'll listen to me and they're like, this Negro is nowhere near Chrono. Hmm. Never played Chrono Cross? I might go ahead and add that to the catalog so that way we can play through it for you to check out. Sounds like it'd be fun. Oh, that's what I need. That's what I need. I need. Where is it? 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 Here we go. Seventh inning stretch. Now, duration might be something of an issue because, well, actually, maybe not so much. Now I feel that. Actually, funny story. Funny story. Speaking of ROM hacks and Chrono Trigger, there is one particular ROM hack for the game that I found that technically acts as a bridge between Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross. I might have mentioned it before. It's called Chrono Trigger Crimson Echoes. Now that I'm reminded of that, I might need to bring it up on. I might need to bring it up with my director really quickly. Actually, I will do that later. I am allowing myself to get sidetracked here. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's take Quorvex for a quick spin solo just to kind of get adjusted to his kit. And this will help me find out what I need to adjust. Look, I'm in the audience. I'm supposed to distract you. Yeah, I know.
Keep the enemy busy while a fellow
Look at us.
channel
Damn near a
operator
half
to
hour
ship
in
for
and we're
supplies.
finally getting to gameplay.
Ready? Trigger the alarm. Life support.
Alright,
has
how's
been
this
cut
going to
off.
play out?
They're trying to choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support.
Give me them shields! Eat it! Eat it! Gimme. Ate your dinner. Okay, the first beacon is this way.
Get ready for a capsule.
Okay, Crimson Echoes is the one? Yeah. Oh. Oh. They were that close to finishing it? Damn. Kind of makes me wonder if I actually got the... Kind of makes me wonder if I got the 98% one, or if I actually did get the one that was finished. Just in case, do you think you might be able to find that for me? Because I would be totally down to play and stream that too. Ah. Okay, let's put up a meter right here. Let's put up a meter right here. Give me all your shields. Thank you. Okay, so 1500 is my max. Good to know. Boom. Disometric guard for that status element protection. Yoink!
Life support on the way.
I am taking all thine lunch money. And now... Hold up. Let me do this. Oh, dang it. I need to drop some more pillars. Okay. Boom. One for you. Boom. One for me. Give me your shields. And... Maxima Beam.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Yoink!
Life support has been replenished.
Ow. Oh, yeah. Okay, 22 seems to be my max. Good to know.
Life support incoming.
Okay, 77.
Another life support capsule is now available.
Okay, we'll snatch that. We'll fly back over this way. Land here, snatch that up.
Life support activated. The raid is off to a successful start. When you are ready, go to extraction.
Give me my shields. Okay, so, what's Flames of Eternity about?
zone. Prepare for life support.
Your boy is curious.
Additional life support has arrived.
And all they could do was just stand there while I snapped dude's neck. Damn. I just got launched.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Amateurishly written. Okay. Okay, so stick with Crimson Echoes. Gotcha. Okay, you also mentioned that both teams responded differently when it came to the cease and desist. Uh, so with Crimson Echoes, it was literally, someone else picked up later and finished it. But what about FOE? Oh, so we're talking. So we're talking amateurish quality and amateurish response from the. I thought so. I see now. Hey, how's it going, Zed? Okay, I need to find that next. Oh, here we go.
Life support has been replenished. We will all share in this bounty. Hold out as long as you can. Life support activated.
Oh. Ooh, man. What's going on with the Lotus after she dipped? After she dipped out in War Within?
Life support activated.
Man. Let's just say they went super hard with the story after that. Okay, I'll just say this. After the War Within, and with everything that happens in the follow-up story in the new war, man, it turns into some straight up, like, it turns into some straight up Infinity War shit. Like it gets that serious that fast.
Additional life support has arrived.
Okay, where are we sitting at? 13 minutes. God, I really hope that over the next couple of updates, like, they really do take another pass at Railjack and, you know, do some reworking on that. Because that is a game mode that could have been something special.
Another life support capsule is now available. Look what our Tenno operative just found. They could not do this without you.
Look at them. They come to this place when they know they are not destroyed. My brothers, did I not tell of this day? Did I not prophesize this moment?
Life support has been replenished.
It is time. I will teach these trespassers the redemptive power of my gas. It's simple. The Tenno are lost, and they will resist. But I, Thor, will cleanse this place of their impurity.
Another life support capsule is now available.
Alright, where'd you go so I can shut you up? Oh wait, today's Wednesday. That means I can head out and get sushi tonight for dinner. Sure, it's grocery store sushi, but still, it's pretty damn good. And also, now that I'm back to, work and actually making a pretty decent living, one thing I was thinking of picking up was actually getting back into doing HelloFresh again. Right. here.
Life support has been replenished. The longer you fight, the more successful we will be.
Ooh, we made 20 minutes? Alright, sounds like we are in pretty good shape. I think I might probably pop over to extraction. Now they're starting to hit a little harder. Oof. Yeah. Okay, yep. 20 minutes.
Love folks who love what they do.
Yeah. No, that is basically that's basically been the thing over here with me. Like especially now that it's just me by myself. Sometimes I just can't get around to cooking because I work so much.
Only one per demo. Don't get greedy.
Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Mm.
Operator? Ordis wonders, what are you thinking
Oh,
about?
and I feel that. Mm. I guess I'll pull the Convectrix. Why not? Point A to point B. Yep. trying to think of what I can actually do with this build. But you know what? Let's go ahead and take our first intermission. I need to get up and stretch and get moving around anyway, and also figure out what I'm going to do for dinner. So, y'all know the drill. Get yourself some air. Get yourself some air, get something to drink, grab a snack, and come right back. We've got a bit more Warframe coming your way after this. Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you. So, over the break, two things. One, I decided on, doing a little breakfast for dinner kind of thing, so I'm going to be munching on some Fruit Loops while we're finishing up the rest of this. And two, I keep thinking back to how you keep calling Quorvex a Tetris-based Vauban, and all I can think of is just the Soviet damage announcer, like the whole, the Soviet damage memes and how they got the heavy to be, the Soviet announcer for Skullgirls. And I cannot unhear that. Thanks. So, I'm sitting here trying to think of what I could do with this particular Warframe, what other builds I could come up with. And I'm having a tough time trying to think of something. I mean, I suppose I could look a few things up on, of all things, Reddit. Oh my goodness, excuse me. So sorry. Okay, so cast Pillage, then Pillar. Hmm. Well, definitely want to give this another go, but what I also want to do is use an Aura Forma on this dude. Excuse me. So that way I can give him more to work with. Nah, don't even worry about it, Jagos. Trust me. Like, once, if you haven't already done so, once you've got everything put together for the helmet segment, and you start really customizing your warframes with like the different moves from what you could
If I may
subsume.
say, operator, your chosen warframe suits you. Ha ha.
Brother, that's when things get real nutty, real damn quick. All right, let's go ahead and rank him up a few times in the onslaught. Oh wait, damn it! I went in solo. Meant to go in a group. Implying the game isn't bonkers to begin with. Oh, it is. It's just, it gets worse.
Nora sleeps better knowing her dreamers are out there, working to lift us up. Yeah.
Eat it! Eat your dinner! Oh, that's a whole bunch of dudes down here. Dang it, I can't get through. Okay, fine. I'll get down here the old-fashioned way. Right? Yo, this game really does take some straight up some straight up some straight up everything everywhere all at once type shit. Here we go. Whee.
With each data conduit jump, the experiment's design dictates increased efficiency. I trust you will be able to complete this study, Hunter?
Give me all thine lunch money. They redid Warframes quite a lot. They're still pumping out the new ones. And there is actually another new Warframe coming, oh god, I want to say in the next month or so. Like, they are literally trying to make sure that there is at least one Warframe for every letter in the alphabet. And I think with this one, that might actually complete the alphabet. Because the next one they're coming in with is finally a J Warframe, which is Jade. And Jade, if I'm not mistaken, is actually tied to the Stalker. So that's even more lore coming your way, too. But yeah, no, they've got enough Warframes to where, you know, they already done with the alphabet twice, but they don't have any, up until Jade arrives, they didn't have any Warframes that specifically start with the letter J. Alright, they just recently released Quorvex to cover Q. Yo, I'm Piccolo. Clothes beam! Yeah, just as a game, Warframe really is something else, you know? Because, I mean, this is probably like one of the only, I guess, third-person shooter, or technically third-person shooters, that I had no problem getting into. Well, I guess it's more of a sci-fi action game, but you know, it's still, you know, it's a looter shooter. Sorry, it's a looter hero. It's a sci-fi looter hero shooter, basically. Yeah, that and Team Fortress 2.
You are running out of time. Enter the data conduit. Do you think me a sadist? That I enjoy this suffering? Irrelevant. Focus on your task.
Why did everyone freeze midair? What happened? But yeah, and I really feel like Warframe is everything that live service games should be. And even though they've had some stumbles, the developers have been doing their damnedest to make sure that this game is as consumer friendly as live service games can be. I mean, it's free to play. Cosmetics are optional. Like, it's free to play, cosmetics are optional, and what's more, like, the main premium currency in the game, technically you don't even have to buy it. Like, if you play your cards right, and you work as hard as you can in the trade chat, then you can quite literally earn damn near everything in-game except for, like, the Founders Pack stuff without having to dip into your wallet at all.
Conduit now. Specimens must experience unmatched stress. Increase your effort.
Okay, I popped in here and there are no enemies spawning on the screen. Oh, that's why. Host migration. Yay.
Efficiency is failing. I need more conflict.
Nah, I don't know. I tried getting into... I really, really wanted to give Genshin I really wanted to give Genshin the old college try, you know? I really did. But... being stuck having to do gacha rolls for characters. Being stuck having to do gacha rolls for characters?
You exceed
Nah.
expectations. You are far more exciting.
Nope,
and
nope,
complex
nope,
than
nope,
any
nope, nope.
specimen
That
in my
is,
sanctuary.
that is not my jam. And yeah, that's right. Grand Blue did start out that way. Which is why I hadn't even touched anything Grand Blue until, Until, like, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus Rising, and then going into, Grand Blue Relink. Yeah, but I'll see them when they get out. Go to AEW. Oh, that's right. These guys don't have any shields to siphon.
A data conduit is open. Go now.
But I mean, if there's one thing about, if there's one thing about most every other live service game that's out there, it's that it feels like these games punish you for, it feels like these games punish you for wanting to actually play them to earn the content. And that's why I legitimately despise, gacha games. Especially gacha MMOs or, gacha action games like fucking Action Timony. I tried playing that. I really wanted to give it the old college try. I did. But again, having to do loot box pulls to try and having to do loot box pulls to try and get content that would actually change up the gameplay drastically, aka different characters with their different kits and abilities. Nope. I refuse. I legitimately refuse to put any more time or effort into those kinds of games. And yeah, the fan bases for these games are going to say, "Oh, you're just, you're missing out." But I say, you know what? I legitimately do not care what I'm missing out on. I'm sticking to my guns, and I am not going to sit back and play a game that through its baked-in mechanics effectively, again, punishes me for wanting to actually play the game instead of just opening my wallet.
A new data conduit is open. Our experiment moves to a new zone. Hunter, you are running out of time.
Where is it?
Enter the data conduit.
I'm going. There we go.
Do not weep for these creatures. They are immortal. They can and have faced 1 billion deaths. You, however, do not enjoy the protections of synthesis. For you,
What's funny,
failure has real life consequences.
what's really kind of funny is that I feel like Warframe actually handles power creep pretty well too. Because even when I put together a kit where I feel like I'm just, outright unstoppable, there's always going to be a certain point in the game where I feel like, there's still some challenge, or the enemies, the enemies in a particular stage type, or the enemies at a particular difficulty. So, in the circuit or on the steel path, they're actually going to put me to the test. Yeah, the game doesn't revolve around stealth and crowd control anymore, which is why certain Warframes like, say, Loki and Ash have gotten the shaft quite a bit. Okay, Frost. Frost with his crowd control, yeah, he's a little, his base kit leaves him a little underseasoned. Like, I can definitely say that Frost's base kit leaves him a little underseasoned, but I did actually wind up finding a build that... with him that makes him pretty damn gnarly.
I have opened a new data conduit.
Like, he could get out there and hit it with the best of them again. I mean, now let's say if Frost actually got a bit of a rework, like of course, abandoned at Zone 4, bunch of bastards. But I'd say if Frost got a Hydroid style rework, to where, certain, the abilities from certain mods were actually just baked into his abilities, I think he'd be pretty top tier. I think I'm good. I think I'm just gonna let it rock this time.
Hurry, Hunter. The conduit is closing fast.
I know. I know.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
That was an ugly run. Only got to zone 5 and got abandoned by half my team. Abandoned by half my team during the first 2 zones, I want to say. Oh, that explains that. There's a Dante on the team. I hope he sticks around. Oh, not much. Just talking a little bit about how Frost is actually pretty viable now. Like even though crowd control's taking a hit, there's actually a decent build with Frost that a decent build with Frost that could get him back up there and really have him rocking with the heavy hitters. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. What were the statuses they were looking at changing up again? Was it? Like, are they redoing? Are they like gonna be working with all of them, or are they redoing like? What was it? Blast and one of the others? Oh, speaking of Frost. Good, 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 good.
A new data conduit is open. Our experiment moves to a new zone. With each data conduit jump, the experiment's design dictates increased efficiency. I trust you will be able to complete this study, Hunter?
Oh yeah. Now Pablo out here doing the Lord's work. Shit. He didn't need to redo Saren into the war criminal she is, bruh. The problem with redoing Saren into the war criminal that she is that Pablo was trying to nerf her.
I have opened a new data conduit. Proceed immediately.
I mean, seriously. Seriously, Pablo was just over there like, Saren is walking COVID. Hiya. She don't need to be so powerful. He was still cooking on some Uncle Roger shit. Like tried to nerf, and Saren said, "I lived, bitch."
Enter the conduit now.
What does Marcellus Wallace look like? Does he look like a bitch? What? Say what again? Say what again? I'll take that.
A new data conduit is open. Our experiment moves to a new zone. Hunter, you are running out of time. Enter the data conduit.
Okay, we're in zone 6. I knew it. Trying to angle to the side. Thought there was a railing there.
A data conduit is open. Go now.
Nah. I think I'd rather stick it out. I ain't worried about going with that.
Hurry,
Base
Hunter.
conduit.
The conduit is closing fast.
Yep.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on
And
without you.
30. Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and take our next intermission. We'll be back for one more hour. One more hour of Warframe, and then after that, we'll call it a night. But, y'all know the drill. Grab a snack and come right back. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Finishing a second bowl of cereal. And we're going to get in a teensy bit more game time with Quorvex here. Now that I've beefed him back to max rank again. Nah, we can work on that a little bit later. Okay, yeah, Jade Shadows is coming in June. So that's next month.
Will these help you?
You know, I think I might get one of those weapons at some point. But for now,
An honor.
relic packs are what I'm looking for.
Rising to the surface of your consciousness. Black brain to forebrain, a sound to a vision, pulling up and hello, dream. Let's get to know one another.
Oh, wait.
see anything interesting. Curious.
Okay, that is probably one of the prime weapons that I legitimately want to get. Okay, Tatsu Prime blueprint. I have 4 of the blueprints. I have 5 blades. I have yet to snag a handle. I have all these relics that have a chance to give me that blasted handle, and I don't have it yet. Alright, let's try and go crack some relics, huh? Actually, no, I do not remember when this was all keys. I mean, yeah, the missions are still labeled Tier 1 to Tier 4, but
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing. Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. Corrupted foes are dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a relic. Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
he's a freak.
Well done,
the fastest
Nano.
thing alive.
Your relic is opened. The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
That's the end of that. No! Bronco Prime Barrel. Really? Hey, what's good, Andre? Good to see you.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Oh, bro, I remember going into a relic mission with a full group of 4, and I shit you not, all 4 of our relics gave us Forma blueprints. All 4 of them. Talk about salt. Oh yeah, Andre, I saw that how Tango was actually trying to pitch a Hi-Fi Rush 2 before that whole thing. The shutdowns, man. I know people are salty.
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing. Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? You're near a fissure. Defeat the corrupted and use their reactant to open a relic. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Ah, damn it.
Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you.
I was not trying to climb up there.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
See, look at that. They already went and fucked everybody up.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened.
Okay. Let's talk Xbox 360, huh? Cause I'm kind of right there with you on that. Like Xbox, the 360 era for the Xbox was something special. Hell, the 360, like I actually had a 360 before I got my hands on a PS3. Expert Prime, Phantasma Prime Barrel. But yeah, I had a 360 before I picked up a PS3. The 360 was the first system that I played Final Fantasy 13 on, and I actually did not mind it at all. That was the machine where I first played Street Fighter 4. But then again, the 360 also had some baller exclusives. I mean, some banging fucking classics. Rumble Roses Double X for starters. Probably one of the best wrestling games I have ever played. Period. Closest to it is WWE All Stars. Let me kick it up a little bit. Magna Carta 2. Another great JRPG. Stuck on the 360. Blue Dragon was dope as hell. Def Jam versus Rumble Roses? Actually, no. No, no, no. The holy trinity of modern wrestling games. Rumble Roses, Def Jam, WWE All Stars. Those are the big three.
Operator, Ordis is sorry
Happy.
to report that all my good jokes are gone.
The less said about Icon, the better. Yes, Blue, thank you. Lost Odyssey, another banger. Another certified hood classic. But let's see, what were some other really good ones? Hell, I liked Bullet Witch. I actually really enjoyed playing Bullet Witch. And of course, eventually we got Bayonetta. PS3 was struggling with a lot, honestly. I mean, yeah, PS3 had Dragon's Crown. Nah, PS3 had Dragon's Crown. Excuse me. And PS3 had Tales of Exilia 1 and 2. Let's not forget those. I mean, yeah, Xbox 360 had Tales of Vesperia. PS3 also eventually got Vesperia, but I think like only in Japan. But I think where the PS3 really started picking up for me though was the PS3 started picking up for me with Dynasty Warriors 7. Like, as soon as Dynasty Warriors 7 and Sengoku Basara 3, as soon as those two games hit the system, yeah, that right there was kind of when I started getting on board with, sticking more with the Sony systems. And that was, 2010, 2011? And then, of course, after the after the whole thing with the PlayStation, after the whole thing with the PlayStation Network getting hacked, then the free games that people got as compensation for that, that was when I decided to start picking up stuff like Infamous, right? You know, it's funny. Like looking at the Xbox One, honestly, looking at the Xbox One, really the only game that like if there's any one game that I could think of on the Xbox One that just immediately makes me think of that system, it's Killer Instinct. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Like when I hell back when I got Killer Instinct on Steam, I think I got it and it was on sale for like $5 and it had everything and I was just like, yes, please. I was like, Xbox used to be genuinely great, but then Microsoft got in the way. Hell, PlayStation used to be genuinely great, but then Sony got in the way. Ha! Ha! Yeah. Microsoft thought buying devs would work. Sony got arrogant, and in both cases, it kicked them square in the ass. Exactly. So Sony fought a proxy war, and Sony Japan, and by extension, the PlayStation's entire user base lost. We really did. Like we got the short end of that particular stick. Mm-hmm. Yep. When Jim Ryan became CEO in 2018. Nah, that was when hell Jim Ryan being involved in Sony. I feel like Jim Ryan being involved at Sony in any capacity was just a losing situation. I'd say he claims to operate a business at best. Exactly. Nah, seriously, Peter Moore, Satoru Iwata, and fucking like Peter Moore, Satoru Iwata, and Sean Layton. Like if you were pulling at least one like major head guy from each of the big three competitors outside of Steam, then yeah, Layton, Iwata, and Moore were it. That's it. That's it right there, Jagos. Jim Ryan wielded Sony as a cudgel against Microsoft, and everybody got the splash damage off of that. Everybody lost. Hmm. Like the best console is the Switch, and PC is where people go to play games. There are zero lies being told there. And yeah, outside of a few certain titles, I'm pretty much gonna go back. Like I'm right there with you, Andre. I'm pretty much gonna be going back to playing older stuff. And hell, if I can get something going with the PS3, either getting a physical system and recovering certain games, or just you know getting a decent emulator to work, then yeah. I mean, hell, the best games that have come out over the last what 2 3 years. The best games that have come out over the last 2 or 3 years are games that really stick to a lot of the that really stick to a lot of the methodology from you know games of like 6 7 8 years ago. Yeah, Mouse looks pretty good. City of the Wolves, absolutely. And of course, for me, it's mainly City of the Wolves and Gundam Breaker 4. Like if I pick up a Switch, then like if I try and pick up another Switch, then there might be a couple that I'll still try and get my hands on, like the Mario RPG remake. But yeah, I don't know, man. honestly, it's like this. You really only get one chance to make a good first impression. And like two things. One, you only get one shot to make a good first impression. And secondly, once you have destroyed any sort of trust that you have built up, it's a lot tougher to rebuild that trust. It's a lot tougher to rebuild a bridge than it is to burn it. So you have to make sure your shit's fireproof beforehand. But yeah, I mean honestly there's just with all these companies getting bought up and then, basically closed down, there's a lot to think about. Oh yeah, no, no, absolutely. Like CD Projekt Red did work to fix. They worked to fix it big time. I mean, hell, that's why a lot of people give. That's why a lot of people give No Man's Sky as much credit as they do because, you know, Hello Games did not have the best of launch with No Man's Sky, but then they just put their heads down, went to work. Reach, record, your secrets. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's a lot of smaller titles.
Bottom.
There's there's a lot of smaller titles that are punching above their weight class, and they are punching hard. Especially with stuff like beat 'em ups, with like, for example, Double Dragon Gaiden. Let's see, Double Dragon Gaiden, Streets of Rage 4. Let's see, TMNT Shredder's Revenge, Toxic Crusaders. Let's see, what else? There's Mayhem Brawler. There's, oh god, there was a couple other ones that I saw that were really good too. And then there's, of course, all the different fan projects that are... Let's see, Shadow of Mammon. But yeah, and again, then there's also the fan projects that are punching above their weight too. I mean, I will still go back and throw on some Final Fight LNS. I'll still go back and throw on some Ultimate Double Dragon or Fight Forever. And then, when we talk about fighting games, there's everything that's going on with Ultimate Marvel 3 and with MVCI. Wait, Final Fantasy X mixed with Xenoblade. What? Which game was that one? Whatever game that you just... Okay, Runa, link me that on Twitter. I want to see that. Right? Like that sounds hot. And then, like, seriously, I swear to God, I know I've been trying to do this, but I swear to you, the exact moment that someone actually puts together their own title that brings back the Deathblow combat system from Xenogears and makes it work, you know it's over. It's fucking over. Okay.
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing. There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic. You found a fissure. Look out for reactant. The corrupted enemies are dropping reactant. Collect it to open your void relic. Keep fighting. Look for more reactant. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. You have collected enough reactant to open your relic. The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
Everyone's dead. Time to go. The best thing here is the Forma. Yeah, I still want to look into Sea of Stars and Chained
Another job
Echoes.
well executed.
Okay. Am I going to need to reset the session?
When in Cetus, do not drink the Caboose.
All right, we'll do this. We'll do this last run here through the exterminate mission before bowing out for the evening.
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing. There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic. A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. They're dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a relic. Keep fighting. Look for more reactant. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened. Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you.
Oh. And one other thing I wanted to, kind
The
of...
enemy is broken. Well done.
One other thing I
Get
kind of wanted
destruction.
to discuss really fast before we head out. It's May, right? And a couple of the people I follow on Twitter, they're getting set up for their, or they're already starting and have been streaming their Muso May content, right? But the last Muso games that Koei Tecmo has put out that have any sort of remote amount of polish you could say they were Koei Tecmo's best.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Last time they put out anything decent, I would say. Dynasty Warriors 8. Like Dynasty Warriors 8 and Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate. And this is, I'm talking just their Muso titles, not the, not the licensed stuff like Attack on Titan or Fate Samurai Remnant. Nothing like that. So it's really making me wonder whether or not, you know, whether or not Muso games, and the like also could do with a type of resurgence, like beat 'em ups have seen, right? I mean, if Capcom decides to go ahead and throw down on another Sengoku Basara title, that would be pretty dope. Or okay, stop me if you've heard this one before.
Ordis wonders, why is he here?
If
Or
Koei
is it
Tecmo is still going to be
licensed
doing licensed
somewhere?
games, licensed Muso games, considering that X-Men 97 has been making such a huge splash recently, why not? Why not go ahead with an X-Men Muso title? Why not actually try and put out something nice for, say, Star Wars fans? Because, Disney's been fucking that right up. Maybe you can right the ship with a good, with a good Star Wars Muso title or something. Hell. Like hell. If Capcom decides to get back into it, maybe Capcom can actually go ahead and do a Basara style title. Check this. What if Capcom actually does a Basara style title based on the Three Kingdoms? Let's see what kind of, superheroic character designs they could come up with for, like, Guan Yu or Xiahou Dun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the content is there. Of course everyone's gonna main Lupu. Of fucking course. That is just going to happen. Lu Bu will once again be the poster child for another Muso game. But, even if it's Capcom's spin on it. But the big thing is that, again, just to wrap this all up, the big takeaway here is that there needs to be more. There needs to be less politicking and more passion in gaming and game development. I mean, yeah, some companies may very well be at the end of their rope. I mean, you notice how I mean, with a lot of these companies that are being shuttered after being bought out, simply what needs to happen is that these developers just need to go back to the drawing board. Like Tango Gameworks, for example. Tango gets shut down by Microsoft, right? Get the band back together, reopen your own independent studio, and get back to punching above your weight class again. I mean, there's seriously just so much potential there. Hold on. Yeah, side games. They missed the mark once, as you put it, and then said, you know what? Okay. Exactly. But again, it's like I was saying earlier though. There's got to be less there's got to be less politicking, less preaching, less proselytizing. Less profit chasing and more passion in gaming and game development. Like the more we can start getting more passion projects from more from more talented, developers, both legacy and up and coming. Exactly. That that's exactly what I was saying earlier. Thank you, Jagos, for actually putting the words out there that I couldn't find. A lot of these developers need to reform, go independent, and straight to the consumers. Like Arrowhead, for example, like Digital Extremes did. I mean, hell, there's what you call it, Unseen, that studio that Ikumi Nakamura's heading up. There's that there's that new project from Shinji Mikami, right? And again, Shinji Mikami is specifically putting his studio together so that way they can start putting more AA projects out onto the market. I could have swore it was Mikami. But anyways, we can check on that in a little bit. It's already past 8 p.m., so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I don't have a daily reminder for you today, so I'm just going to leave y'all off with this. You know, I'm just going to leave y'all off with this. For all for all the negatives that are out there in the hobby and in the industry right now, it's that much more imperative that we look to AA gaming and, double A's and indies. And hell, maybe even putting together projects of our own. I mean, again, the tools the tools are out there, and even if we just take an hour a day, the fans, the enthusiasts ourselves, we can learn the skills. We can start putting together the projects. We can legitimately make something happen. It's going to take time. But I honestly think with enough drive behind it, I think the hobby and the industry can recover. It's going to be a bumpy road. There are going to be a hell of a lot of growing pains for what could essentially be a new gaming industry. I mean, honestly, I hope more things like what happened with Helldivers. I hope more of that continues to happen. People actually getting together, voting with our wallets, voting with our time, and just saying no. Oh, that's right. It was Mikami that founded Tango Gameworks. That's right. I forget who it was, but there was one developer that, you know, he founded his own studio. It wasn't Tango. It was recent too. But he founded his own studio and he said he wanted he wanted to try and get out of survival horror and move into developing other games and give young up and coming developers a shot at working on games with shorter development cycles to actually start, putting out more AA and more closer to independent material. Again, there's so many monopolies, and oh, that was still Shinji? I must have it mixed up. But either way, I just feel like we definitely need more of that. Oh, so that's what it was. That's what it was. It was Mikami. He did start a new studio, but he initially founded Tango Gameworks. But anyway, we're getting a little bit into the weeds here. Let's just, let's just go ahead, end it right here for y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm probably going to go ahead and set up a HelloFresh so that way I can start getting myself some decent food back in here again. But yeah, make sure y'all get yourself some rest. Play and promote the shit that makes you happy, respects your time, and respects your dollar. And I'll tell these larger companies that have been trying to stiff everybody on content and effectively rob people of their hard-earned cash. Tell them to go pound sand. Even if it means that, the games that you play and the games that you develop, even if they don't wind up being on any of the major consoles, even if they wind up on Steam, or even if they wind up as shareware. Remember the shareware movement from back in the 90s. There's something to be noted there. But again, no matter what, play what makes you happy. Play what's fun. And remember the 4 big rules. Stay happy, stay hydrated, stay gaming, and as always, stay good, neighborhood. That's it for another Warframe Wednesday. GG's, everybody. I'll catch you tomorrow.